Like this?
Yep.
Good. So, when I was asked to say a few words at this beautiful occasion, I thought exactly what I would say for some time. A lot of the ideas were vetoed. Eventually, fate stepped in. I recently received a letter from NASA informing me that they finally worked on the balance of the G Club points. For those of you who don't know, when I was a child and Adam was a child, I designed a club designed around me and basically Adam doing things for me. Genuinely called G Club to benefit G. Adam received points for doing certain things. They were then redeemed by doing other things with me. So it really was quite the club. Unfortunately, a lot of these points went and got accrued, but never got redeemed. NASA, like I said, got back to me, and there were 5,071,980 points left. And they could be redeemed by vetoing me telling several of the stories I plan on telling today. At a cost of about $1 million apiece. I have about 7 stories, he can veto 5. I'm also a college professor, and in so much, I kind of deemed each one to have a course title. So, the first one is called Communications 1201, Human Communication. Would you like to veto the story?
I don't know what the story is.
Go for it. So, as brothers, Adam and I came up with a unique communication system that involved one word. The word is Morant. The word Morant, you say, well, where did this come from? It came from watching Star Wars one too many times late at night, part of G Club. Morant can have several connotations of moranting loudly, like Morant, which kind of means getting your attention. Okay? It can also be angry or embarrassing, evidently. Okay. This is the way Adam and I communicate. Many times, just one word. And in many ways, that's all we need. Adam and I pretty much know how each other feel just by the way the Morant comes out. There are other words and other phrases that we use, and we do speak English to each other on occasion. But Morant pretty much goes and summarizes everything. So on this occasion, Morant. He might want to veto next. Let's see. We have next course up is Exercise Science 1306, Camping.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Adam and I have been camping several times, and he doesn't know which camping story this is. And well, there's several going to be coming. Just do one. Okay. So this camping story starts and ends with Slide Mountain. We decided, I guess year 2000 or maybe 99, to go to Slide Mountain, the highest peak in the Catskills, which tends not to be very high at all or very far from the nearest parking lot. But me, in looking at the map, neglected to find said parking lot and realized we could make a 12-mile loop out of this. So we started off one early morning and started off high spirits, walking until we found the trail met a road. And that's usually not a good sign, but we continued, and I was confident that Adam was very, very loyal in his fact that he would go and follow me on this trip until we found the parking lot. And Adam said, let me look at that map. And we found that, yeah, we could have parked there, but we were only a few feet, maybe a half mile from the peak, so we went up to the top, and there wasn't much to be seen. We walked a little further, and there were a few snakes, and a porcupine, and a pipe coming out of a rock. Adam and I, at this point, had extinguished all of our water reserves, okay? And we were pretty thirsty. So he looked at me and said, should we drink out of the pipe coming out of this rock? And I said to him, I don't know. Let's try it. So I drank first, and I guess he kind of looked at me and I didn't lose any color or start choking, so he drank second. We eventually got back to the car, had problems walking for a few days, but we recovered. And the reason I tell this story is that, Nathan, you should realize that Adam is very loyal to the people who he trusts. Adam trusted me in the worst possible scenario. And yet we're here. So it'll all end up okay. Let's see. No. Adam's vetoing because he's hungry. So we're going to go with cooking.
Yeah, that's good.
Cooking story?
And then
Yeah, that's it. So, when Adam and I were children, there would be many occasions where we wake up on a Saturday morning and Mom and Dad were either asleep or Dad was usually at the store. And so we wake up and I took it upon myself to cook for Adam, and Adam took it upon himself to be the customer. He liked being waited on, so probably find that to be true today. So it would usually involve trying to figure out what I could make and making a mock menu real quick, and Adam ordering eggs, because that's what all the menu usually had on it. On several occasions, there were times that we made soup. I would think that was more of a lunch or a dinner item. But the soup one time, well, it kind of got out of control. It ended up on the floor, inside the microwave, on the rubber gloves we used to move it from the microwave to the counter. It was just a disaster. So what ended up happening here, and the lesson we can learn is that Adam will trust you, okay, if he orders from the menu. So just make sure he orders from the menu every time. You may have to make up the menu for him to order something.
yeah, you do have to read it every time.
But Adam's a great brother. He's a great friend. He's a loyal companion. He will follow you to the ends of the earth, and I trust that you will make him do so. His closest friends aren't exactly disagreeing. So I wish you guys on this occasion much happiness in the future, joy, and the pitter-patter of paw prints to come quickly.
Okay, enjoy lunch.